Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to another episode of Nik at Night. And you do know what today is. It's Hump Day Wednesday. And yes, it's been a couple of Wednesdays that I haven't been humping with y'all, but I'm back. I'm back again, and I have a few things that I want to discuss. So, look, I'm gonna jump right into it because this one's gonna kind of be long because I had missed some things, but I'm not gonna go back too far. But what I am going to say is I want to give, the Dallas Mavericks a nice shout out for having a great post regular season run. We did some things that nobody expected us to do. We beat up the Jazz and then we came and beat up the Suns. But, you know, uh, that other team was just a little bit too much for us. So we will see y'all next year. Shout out to Luca and the rest of the guys, and hopefully Luca can get a little bit of, more something. I'm not sure exactly what the team needs, but we need a little bit of more something to get over the hump. But I'm very hopeful and I'm very optimistic that Mark Cuban and his team we're going to sit down and move some pieces and get our guys to the next level. Shout out to the Mavs. While I'm shouting out the Mavs, let me give a quick shout out and not shout out because it's sad news. There was a fallen ex-cowboy that I learned about today, and that's Marion Barber. Apparently, he was found deceased in his apartment today near Frisco, Texas. That's the outskirts of Dallas. And I didn't realize that I believe I was reading up on it. I didn't realize that he had been battling with some mental health issues and whatnot. So they don't yet have a cause of death. But, we living in sad times. Folks are dying left and right. Some of it is self induced, some of it is health issues. And so, y'all stay prayed up because stuff is happening and you just never know. You just never ever know. But I hate saying thoughts and prayers to the folks, families, and stuff like that. But really, that's all you can do is send your thoughts and pray that they will heal from the loss that they've suffered. But moving along, so Golden State will be playing the Celtics. And I personally, even though it hurts me because Golden State hurt my feelings with the Dallas Mavericks, I knew, I predicted that the Golden State Warriors were going to win that series. They were supposed to, and they did. But I think Golden State is going to be too much for the Celtics as well. And I am going out and I'm predicting Golden State in 6. That is my prediction. When Golden State is playing anybody other than the Mavericks, I'm typically pulling for Golden State. So we shall see. But I secretly kind of want the Celtics head coach to make super duper history and become a first time head coach, a first time black head coach to win the championship. Because wouldn't it be ironic? I believe Steve Kerr was the last first year coach to win a championship. And so he would be the next, but he would also be the first black head coach to win a championship in his first season. I believe. Y'all can fact check me if you want to, but I do believe that is what is at stake here. So, Nia Long husband, Nia Long fiance, I don't know if they married or not, they still engaged, whatever. Nia Long's mate, I cannot pronounce his name. I would if I could, but I don't want to butcher that man's name. Nia Long's mate, I'm kind of wishing you a little bit of luck too. Anyway, so listen, y'all. This part of the summer is the part of the summer where it's gonna be a little gap in sports, kinda, because the NBA is winding down. The NFL hasn't yet started up, so we're gonna have these couple of months where it's just baseball, and I'm not a huge baseball fan. I start watching baseball when the playoffs come around. But right now, there's the French Open. Y'all know I loves my tennis. So the French Open is going to come to a climax this weekend. And my favorite male player of all time my favorite male player is this guy from Spain named Rafael Nadal. Now I call him Rafa, like I know him, but he is my absolute favorite. Rafa has this strange tick or twitch. I think I've talked to y'all about it before. He does a whole routine before he gets ready to serve, and it's just really strange, but he's such an awesome player. Anyway, he played his arch rival yesterday in for a spot in the semifinals. And if you guys know anything about tennis, you know who I'm talking about. He played Novak Djokovic yesterday, and it was the match of the tournament till this point. I think Rafa is going for his 12th or 13th French Open championship. Nobody has ever won as many championships at one tournament as he has at the French Open. He's called the King of Clay. He does not lose on clay court surfaces, hardly ever. Anyway, but Djokovic is like his arch nemesis. Djokovic has a better record. He's leading their head-to-head competition. And so, Rafa is getting a little older. He's had more miles on his legs than Joker, and we call him Joker. And Joker, people are thinking that Joker is probably going to end up with the most Grand Slams between the big three. But right now, those guys are tied with 20 Grand Slams apiece. And so this tournament is going to settle the tie. And so that was a huge match yesterday, and Rafa beat him in 4 sets, 4 of 5. The best out of 5 sets. And so Rafa beat him 4 out of the 5 sets. They didn't even have to play a 5th set. It was awesome. I just love him. And I'm so hoping he can push through and win I want to say it's his 12th championship at the French Open. Now, tomorrow, my girl, she's a newbie on the block, but she's making noise. Her name, American Coco Gauff. She is playing in the semifinals tomorrow. So I'll be looking at her in the morning. It comes on in the morning, Tennis Channel. If you guys are interested, I think you should be. But Coco Gauff is a young black girl. And I say girl, she just turned 17, so she's young. She's young. But she's making noise, and she's doing really well. Now I believe she has great potential to win this tournament. So she's playing tomorrow. Rafa is playing in the semifinals on Friday. And the ladies play the final Saturday morning, I believe. Anyway, watch the French Open if you guys are interested in tennis. It's on, right? It's on, the climax is this weekend. Anyway, so that's the tennis that I've been watching. And that's what I'm going to be watching a lot of because of this gap after the NBA finals are over with. Anyway, so then, and I was talking earlier about folks passing away, and there was some other sad news. Master P's daughter, Tatiana Miller, at 29 years old, apparently died of an overdose. I didn't know. I don't watch the reality shows, so apparently she was on a reality show, growing up hip hop, and she talked about her struggles with drug abuse and whatnot. And apparently they found her a couple of days ago. And once the paramedics got there, she was dead on arrival. They pronounced her dead at the scene. So y'all check on your people. Check on your people. Speak positivity to your people. I lost a really good friend, a classmate. It was a health-related loss, but still, reach out and check on your people, y'all. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about was I went to the movies over the weekend. I have not been to the movies since pre-COVID, since before COVID. So it's been almost over 2 years that I have not been into a theater. And I absolutely love movies. Love going to the theater. Love the whole theater experience. So I was so happy and so tickled to finally say, you know what? I'm wearing my mask. I'm going to spray my Lysol, and I'm going to take my behind to the movies to see Top Gun Maverick. And y'all, I'm so happy I did. That movie was so good. I don't want to give no spoilers, but if you haven't seen it, You might want to stop watching because I'm about to talk about it, okay? Listen, Maverick is back. And Maverick is the Maverick that we all know and love. Maverick is the Maverick who's still breaking all the rules and doing things his way. I just love it. And you know what? I don't really be looking at the Pilgrim Man like that. But that Tom Hanks has aged very well. And up until a few years ago, um, what's his name? Um, what's the other jawline? Jawline. What is his name? I forget his name. Angelina Jolie's ex-husband. He aged well too, but then all of a sudden he started Brad Pitt. Brad started looking kind of old a little bit. Anyway, back in the day, them two young pilgrims, and now these pilgrims now that play Aquaman and the pilgrim that plays Thor. I'm just saying, I don't typically look at the pilgrims like that, but sometimes I be looking at them pilgrims like that. Anyway, so back to Top Gun Maverick. It's excellent, y'all. I love the storyline. I love the way they incorporated the original movie with this one. And the protagonist in this film, the antagonist in this film, he's really not the villain, but they made him a perfect mixture of Maverick and Iceman from the first movie. This guy, he is like the perfect mix of Ice and Maverick. Anyway, so there's a special appearance from Iceman in the movie. And Goose's son is the other character, the other main character in the film. If you remember when they were singing Great Balls of Fire in the bar and the cute little boy was on the piano when Meg Ryan came to visit Goose, well, that little boy grew up and he and Maverick have beef. Maverick doesn't have beef with him, he has beef with Maverick. And it's a very legitimate beef, but there was a reason for it. And Maverick didn't tell him why. So that was a huge part of the beef. Anyway, go watch the movie, y'all. It is so good. This soundtrack was great, and they made you feel like you were in the actual jet with them when they were flying. When I tell you this camera work is phenomenal, I don't know how they do that. It's a sport. I mean, it's like an extreme sport. What going that fast does to your body and gravity, it's a lot. I was tired after I watched the movie. Great movie though. It did not disappoint. I typically am not a huge fan of sequels or part twos and not even prequels sometimes. But this and the original Top Gun came out in 1986. It's 2022, and they have managed to put together an outstanding sequel. Okay, do yourself a favor, go to the movies and watch Top Gun. Do yourself a favor and watch the original, and then go watch the sequel, Top Gun Maverick. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. We have a big undisputed showdown, another undisputed showdown in boxing coming this weekend. And guess what? Yes, Boxiana and I will be back on Friday to discuss it all, the weigh-ins, the press conference. Be back on our channel at 9:30 Central Standard Time. We'll talk about it all. Devin Haney versus George Kambosos is going down in Australia, and it's going down. I can't wait. Anyway, we will talk to you all later. It's a whole bunch of other fights too. So make sure y'all come back on Friday. Make sure you like what you just saw, what you just watched. Make sure you share it with somebody. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can see me when I come back and do this again on Wednesdays. And you can come back and see when Boxiana and I go live on Fridays, okay? So I'll talk to you later. It's been real. Have a great hump day. I hope somebody humping on something. Okay. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.